the T side. Have a bit of utility at their disposal, Chopper and Idis Balance. And Idis Balance in particular is one of those players I need to step up because he had nowhere near enough impact in the first map. And already they're out. And Idis Balance, there we go. He gets the first kill.
Yeah, catching Boomage flying through the sky. I mean, whoever starts T-side of this map is coming off to a great advantage. That's where both these teams are going to be very comfortable here, especially considering it's Spirit's pick. NaVi chose CT, so let's see if that was worth its weight. Simple core to the car, and he's going to get cleaned up. So 5-on-2, the grenade does a little damage, but at this point, NaVi surely no way back into this round. More flashbangs in the face. Perfecto blinded. Oh, he's gone as well. He's going to get picked up through the smoke, so goodbye, NaVi. Not today, not here. Do you remember how Mirage started events? It was 2 rounds in a row for Spirit to start. NaVi went on an 11-round streak. So I'm not taking anything for granted. Pistol's certainly going to be nice, and the anti-eco will follow. I say that, NaVi, they're forcing early.
Yeah, they want those scouts. They want those deeks. Definitely guns that can turn the tide, and we've seen so many force buys come out ahead over the proceedings of the last couple of weeks here at the WePlay Clutch Island. And first and second team is going to be determined here. Full assault rifles plus a scout. A very solid buy from Spirit. Perhaps anticipating the force buy. And if we do go into those longer range incursions, it will certainly favor Spirit. But Simple has the right idea. He knows this smoke. He knows the lineup for it. So he gets a tag onto Chopper. And we'll move ahead now with a slight HP advantage.
Oh, but it's a misread, and it's, you know, Spirit trying to bait the info. They drop that smoke, use that smoke to cross lower to Xbox to get catwalk. Simple rotates long to try and assist on the A site, but it is a B crunch. There are 2 players here on NaVi. One of them has just left the window. Flamey's going to have to call for help. That flash is so good. Flamey's been spotted, and he won't get anything done. More utility. Some of it even blinding Spirit, but they've got the sight. Perfecto. That's a banging shot. He's going to finish off Chopper, the kill that Simple started. But at this point, it's a bomb plant for Spirit. As doable as these retakes are, NaVi are getting re-smoked. There's still another one on Spirit, and there's no kits here. NaVi going to look for kills and see how things go, but this is not an easy round to win.
No, it's just got that a little bit more difficult as well. Sundai Young perfectly placed to get that AK frag. Going to get overwhelmed, but there's the scout frag in return. And Idis Balance much better. Another 3 kills put to his name. And now NaVi just have Perfecto, who is looking to maybe try and get a rifle out of this. Known as a couple dropped on the site, doing a bit of damage, hoping that Mir will go down with the ship. Takes his head off, actually. Will be the iceberg in this round. And now Spirit 2-0 in the lead. But this is what I was hoping to see, Hugo. Idis Balance, like, AWPers on Dust 2 are so vital, so integral. If he has another slow game, things get really sketchy really fast. So him stepping up, definitely a huge tick in the box that Spirit were looking for.
Yeah, and for sure. I mean, it goes both ways, right? Tom was talking about how Flamey is like a key piece of this defense for NaVi, and that's certainly true. But even more so when we have that conversation of double AWPs, right? And Flamey pulling that up alongside Simple. So that'll be later, perhaps. For now, it's pistols still. NaVi do find a couple of nades out long and trade a kill onto Chopper. That's decent. If you're finding trades in a round like this, you're going to be very happy. But unfortunately, as it gets thinned down, the stakes get higher. And Spirit, they are not going to be giving this round away for NaVi. We've got a B stack here anyway. So after that kill, Spirit are committing to long. I guess NaVi hoped that the heavy nades towards that position, if Spirit didn't like commit and lost that first play, it would have sent them back and they would have gone B, assuming there's a long stack. That's not the case. Spirit traded, and so they will commit into this A site. Boomich on catwalk. He's going to know what's going on and be able to tell his team, deliver the bad news.
Yeah, the prognosis is certainly not great on the side of NaVi, but damage through the smokes is, and that's the bomb that goes down. The USP perforates the smoke, takes out Magix. They're going to be able to retrieve the bomb, but now NaVi have the player advantage. The downside is they've not been able to get their hands on either of these fallen weapons, but the upshot is it's simple. It's going to town with the P250, and Mia very nearly falls. He's on 17 HP. At least he's going to put a round at the head of Simple and keep this round very much alive and kicking for Spirit. But one USP shot could very well drop the bomb down again and spill this round into the open. But now that Mia is just waiting to plant that bomb, waiting for Idis Balance. Now they're going to be looking to try and play together. That bomb still hasn't been planted, by the way. Mir is still waiting. He's still anticipating a peek or a jump from elevator. And there's Idis Balance with another couple frags to round it off. 3-0. But Hugo, considering the lack of buy, way too close for Spirit.
Yeah, Navi had 2 nades left on Flamey and Perfecto. I think it was Flamey threw his very early, and or one of them did actually. I'm not going to call someone out. I don't know who it was. One of them threw them very early. The other one waited and dunked it on the site as the bomb got there and put that player down to 17. If Navi saved both of those grenades, they would have won the round. They would have killed the planter. But yeah, nice eco nonetheless, right? Damage done, and it's going to soften up the money of Spirit. But they have an AWP in this round, and it's come in with devastating effect. Finding Boomich at long early, Spirit with a man advantage into Navi's first rifle round. Simple has got his own AWP as well. He's sat in middle right now, watching the top side. Nothing to be seen currently, but there's the cross. He sees one, the AWP posted, and that smoke down denies anything here. And that's a shame for Navi. They wanted to trade. Instead, it's Spirit setting up towards Cat. Look at the gamble Navi are making.
Yeah, and the gamble could end up being correct as well, because it seems like Spirit at least are occupying the thought process of going for this. That Molotov may spread to Perfecto. That's going to be information gathered from Mia. There was a terrible incendiary tossed into long, by the way, which effectively got Boomich killed. It didn't spread into the doors, and so it was the freest pick that Idis Balance could have asked for, even with a flash landing in his face. So quite on the same page in NaVi, maybe things to watch out for, but now it's Spirit feeling comfortable and confident to start making moves over on Catwalk. Good Molotov puts down, plenty of damage is going to be there, while Mia with his AK puts it down range onto Electronic. Goose is going to go unchecked, and that's going to be at the cost of 2 lives. We said Flamey was a player to watch out for, and this is why, but now he's alone, and he's stuck on Goose, and he will be cooked alive, with Spirit taking a 4-0 lead and NaVi struggling.
Yeah, now they're broke as well. This might even be tempting to buy for Navi. Not going to be what they want to do if they want 4 rifle rounds here. 4K a player. And Spirit, man, you can tell it's their map pick. They've got the ideas. They've got the things to fall back on. And, you know, comfortable as they should be in this series. They pulled a few rounds together at the end of the T-side and Mirage, so it gave me a little bit more faith for this second map and for this series as a whole, rather than, you know, if Navi continued in the way that they started the map. They were 11-2 up for the longest time. So right now, Spirit, they're the ones in control. They're the ones sending Navi out. Pistols in this round. Spirit have long again. And this is going to be a position that Navi need to come to grips with early in this game. They can't keep letting Spirit get this real estate. Navi know how important it is. Think about how they won Katowice. It was on Dust 2. It was, you know, doing the same rather. But yeah, Navi, they need to patch that once they get into the gun rounds, putting AWPs there, putting 3 players there early, and obviously abusing the spawns. Spirit have been doing that all game long. They're going to commit here into the A site. Those smokes are down, but more will come.
Yeah, they have more smokes at their disposal. Now have both just been tossed out as well. It's going to be designed to lock down long from CT spray. So a couple kills in previous rounds come this way, and plenty of CTs behind that, looking for a potential stack, a potential tower of CTs to try and fend off the aggressors. Simple's going to get the one. Gets instantly traded by Chopper, who will execute the player with ease. And now they're seeing more players around the boxes. The back box for Electronic. He's shown his hand maybe a little bit too early. Flamey with one with his beak, but again, not too much else that he could be hoping to achieve down there in Elevator. His position gets swarmed, and it's good trades back and forth. It's a 1v1. How is it came to this point? Boomich up against Chopper, who doesn't miss and picks up a 4K. And had not have been for those heroics, Spirit may very well have conceded their first round.
Yeah, it gets dicey, right? But I love how Spirit, they're so... One thing they're very good at as a team on this T side is deciding when they want to, like, go away from the meta and hunt down a kill as a unit. Like, in that 2-on-2, pushing the Goose, or not the Goose, the Gandalf, and finding Electronic. He does trade, he does make it a 1-on-1, but yeah, Spirit, they're really, really good at hunting down CTs who are trapped in positions, not just letting that CT repeat. They want to get them out. Simple, he started off with the AWP, quick kills, and that's what you like to see. Chopper pulls out a nade, and what, you expect Simple not to repeat? Well, that's on you. Flamey's found a third, and the double AWP here for NaVi, that is the solution, at least in the short term.
And they lock down long, mainly because Spirit didn't really want to push it as hard. They fend off Catwalk, as you said. Simple, just supreme confidence to re-peek in that kind of an angle. Type of player that can certainly get away with it as well. Always backs himself in those incursions. And if NaVi can not just win the round, but take it cleanly, keep both AWPs alive, their economy is going to build nicely, and it's going to at least have the first alarm bells ringing for Spirit. Of course, they're still going to have a decent, good, solid lead, but at least some warnings shots have now been fired towards them. How are they going to react to that? How are they going to respond? For the time being, they're just holding in position, maybe anticipating a flank from NaVi, maybe see if they can take some guns away from them. But I'd like to see NaVi be disciplined. There's no need for them to do that.
Yeah, I like how long Spirit are holding. I Balance was just sitting watching mid from T-spawn, and I don't know if they're saving or committing to this. I think you could group and hit B, you could give it a go. It doesn't make sense. It's not surprising if they save rather, but yeah, waiting for a while for kills to come their way. NaVi, good patience in playing passive. You say it yourself, they want their double orb to remain and everything else as well. So 5 alive for NaVi is the save for Spirit. I would have liked to see a try at that one, but given the money situation, this does make a lot of sense, right? You can't buy up fully, but if you save these guns, it will facilitate it. Chopper's got 3k. Balance can drop 1. Oh, he can't actually because he's getting no bonus rather. But yeah, they're fine. They can get rifles in the follow-up. Spirit still have the lead here, and it's not the end of the world. NaVi, though, getting on the board. It was about time. The double orb will do it all. Simple with 2. Flamey finds another. So here it is. Here's the reinvestment for the Spirit. Chopper buying himself. The rest will be on less than AKs. He might even glill it. And there it is. So let's see what they can do with this scrambled buy as NaVi look to build.
It's going to be a telling round for how well NaVi can potentially lock down long, because it's going to be aggressive on again, or at least the early nades were. Trying to draw out some grenades from the CTs. This time Simple's been smoked and flashed out of position, so he can't have that same level of aggression as he did in the last round. So at least Spirit have got catwalk control, and they have Magic's posted up outside, just pondering with his deagle for any aggression. None's forthcoming, so at least early on, Spirit have whittled away a lot of the utility. They've kept all their players alive and healthy, and now they can try and divide and conquer and try and quell some of these positions on long.
Yeah, only Boomich in the pit, man. Simple, he could flash for him in theory, but he's just so far away, and he's got his own problems. He's got catwalk to worry about. It is empty. We've got this mid lurk for Mia. Here comes the long take. Boomich trying to fight back there. Simple's 1 flashbang. Boomich gets a kill. That's something at least. The longer he lives, the better it is here, at least for NaVi. A second player's come to rotate. Electronic flashing again. It's so white, and Boomich finds a double. That's great team play for NaVi. It could have been easy to just let Boomich fight on his own, but they assist him, and now it's a 5-on-1. This one has come crumbling down, and it's the AWP on long that hasn't found a kill. Boomich might give one away if he walks into the view, but he's going to jump it. Boomich chasing them down. He doesn't need the triple AWP. He's already got an AK at his feet. 4 kills for Boomich, recognizing it's the AWPer there and jumping over the shot. That's absolutely mental.
And this is the issue with what Spirit did, because they showed no kind of aggression or no presence on catwalk. NaVi felt compelled to send over those 2 players, as you said, to throw their flashes in. That allowed Electronic to throw his flash. That allowed Simple to throw his flash, and then Boomich, perfect lineup as they're fully flashed and fully white. So if Spirit had a bit more aggression on catwalk, I'm not too sure we see that. Maybe Boomich gets overran. And as we said, that Electronic now has to deal with that threat, and he deals with it and passes the flying colors. Triple spray. It was an eco round, Hugo. They basically had nothing at their disposal, so you can pretty much write that off. But NaVi, that's now their 3rd round in a row, by the way, without a single loss of life.
Yeah, that's hilarious. From how I view that from Electronic, he hears them coming. He tries to drop the molly. He accidentally quick switches, like players often do, because you can switch after you throw a grenade to get your gun out faster. He quick switches. He doesn't drop the molly, but he's running back, and he realizes if I keep running back, the pistols will overwhelm me. It's too far away. It was safer to go forward and take the fights and at least go down with something. He kills everyone, and the trades on long favor NaVi in this one. We said they needed to patch this position. Well, these last couple of rounds have been excellently played by Boomich and co. Perfecto getting 1. Boomich will join him, and Perfecto dead, but not an issue for NaVi. Spirit wrapping spawn to B. But one thing that has remained consistent in this entire CT side is NaVi and their double B setups. They haven't moved away from this. They haven't faltered, and that allows, if they just run it the entire time, that really makes B a hard site to hit. So Spirit in a 3-on-5 with almost no util are going to give it a go.
They will give it a try. Now, Flamey would have seen that smoke coming out. Call will come through for his teammate to his left-hand side, which is Electronic. And they're going to try and hold this. They're hearing players burning as they push through. Now, this smoke does afford them a chance to get up on the boxes. Some damage inflicted. Electronic is still alive, but not for too much longer. And it's not a bad take, all things considered. That was a 2-for-1 trade on this aggression. It's a 2-on-2. They're able to smoke across on the doorway. and a Molotov behind it. 40 seconds at their disposal. They don't have to rush in for a plant. They can take their time. There's actually a whiffed Molotov. That could afford Simple a chance to go in aggressively. Grenade is good. And Some Die Young blitz down to 40 HP. An AWP and an M4 in the hands of Spirit, an AK and an AWP in the hands of NaVi, one of which is Simple, but he has been found and fried from Itis Balance.
Wow.
And there is Spirit. Beautiful B hits.
Oh,
Why? What's he done that for?
I don't know, Vince. I don't know. That's hilarious. Obviously, a misclick, or like when you swing, but you're not thinking where your teammate is. Maybe he crossed into his view last second. Yeah, Simple, man. That's so unlucky. He goes back to set up flashes. Obviously, you can throw them from anywhere, but he had set flashes to throw. But because of the door switch, he's exposed to the box while he throws the flashes. That allows him to die to the AWP. And Simple never plays into that round. This one isn't live, but yeah, that would have been a very different round if either Itis Balance didn't peek or the doors weren't switched, because Simple could have flashed his teammate in. Boomich probably goes in, gets one, dies, and then Simple has a one-on-one. That's what he wants. So that's a really unlucky situation, but good active post-plant play for Spirit to be peeking and looking for kills. 6-3. We're waiting for the restart on this round currently as NaVi called a stop. No damage has been done, so no issue here doing so, and everyone respects it.
Yeah, I feel as well, like that kind of situation with Flamey and an AWP, so often we say the AWPs reign supreme on Dust 2, but I can't help but feel if he had an AUG or an M4, they probably locked that down. He'd just spray through that smoke, and you saw the play that really did the damage with Some Die Young jumping up on the boxes after the lurk smoke, and that's what wrecked them. It's like when you have the AWP, you don't want to just be wildfiring into the smokes. It takes you a few seconds to put another bullet in the chamber and then fire again. That's going to put even more emphasis and pressure on Electronic, who's that second player in. So by playing a bit more passive, it actually was in the wheelhouse of Spirit, and they did such a great job. And now, as you said, it's not actually live. We had a player, I think, drop or have some issues. So it is 3-6. We're going to redo this round. It will be with 2 AWPs in the hands of NaVi and 1, obviously, for Itis Balance. But again, their economy, Hugo. Spirit, yeah, you won the round, but if you lose this, you're back into eco territory.
And that's exactly what NaVi want, right? Building into this game, and a strong start for Spirit. What was initially a 5-0 could quickly turn in on their head. We haven't even seen NaVi's T side. That's, to me, what I'm most excited for, right? Like, we know Spirit are very capable in this map. It is their pick for a reason, but, NaVi, like, it's almost like a meme at this point where you see good Dust 2 teams only win it when they don't pick it. So will that be the case here again for NaVi? It's something that G2 meme about a lot, like Nexus saying, oh, yeah, like, if we pick it, we lose it, basically. And so, for Spirit, that's not been the case, man. Neither for VP, like 2 CIS teams that have commonly picked Dust 2 and commonly come out well, rather. But to do it against, one of the best teams in the world, real cojones for Spirit. And we'll see them put to the test after, or when we get back in, rather. I think, Perfecto timing out isn't a good sign either for NaVi, so hopefully he can rejoin. I remember the other day, I think it was Perfecto who had to move building mid-game in that Gambit Youngsters match. Oh, actually, it was like after the first map he had to move because, I don't know, tech problems. So hoping that's not the case here in this grand final. NaVi don't want to stop. They're on a bit of a roll right now. Spirit did find the previous round, but NaVi, like you say, looking for that reset.
Just trying to think of where Spirit go from here, because by and large most of their earlier rounds off the back of the pistol were just these long hits, super aggressive long hits, but they've just shown they can still hit B. I haven't really seen them try and wrap middle too many times. I'm curious if that's maybe a play that's going to be coming in. Catwalk has been a fairly scarce positioning. When they have pushed it, Simple had them in his back pocket, so maybe that's one of the reasons that they've thought twice. And he had Electronic with a triple spray down against an ecoed up team, so maybe that wraparound is something else that will be kind of reverberating around the back of their minds, is whether they should pull that one out. But then again, when NaVi have 2 AWPs, I think it does give them a little bit more freedom to traipse Flamey around those kind of situations and try and hold down mid and catwalk. Especially, again, we often goes back to this point, Hugo, but it is such a huge change is those doors being switched around. It affords way more maneuverability for the CTs to actually play, sometimes no players on B. Just play middle, watching into B through the doors.
Yeah, I've loved what we've seen from the door changes and how it's made this map even just that little bit fresher, man. Like, I feel like one thing that I love about Counter-Strike is I don't think we need like massive updates, but it would be nice to have like these small occasional map changes just to feel things out, just to see what's better. And we often, you know, come out glad we've done them, even in the short term if they feel wrong. Remember when CSGO changed the gun sounds, all the guns, all the weapons, the audio just completely changed, and we hated it, Vince. Well, I guarantee if you go back and you watch those old or listen to those old AK sounds, they are disgusting. So, you know, time fixes everything, even hate.
That's a very philosophical way of looking at it, Hugo, and I agree. If I actually went back and listened to it, it sounds so tinny.
Yeah.
It gave you like a headache now. It has way more bass to it, which is ideal, and I agree. I definitely 100% agree with you. I'd like to see little incremental changes at most. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. CS is at the top of esports for a reason. The maps are great as they are, but I do love this change. It's just a shame it took so long for it to come in.
Look, Valve time, okay, they work on a different clock to the one we do, Vince. It's actually broken their clock, so worth keeping that in mind. But hey, they made the change. That's what matters, right? It's not about better late than never. That's what I say. And we might be back in. We might be live and into the action in round number 10. Restored in game 6-3 in favor of Spirit. And NaVi, they're going to win that first long fight. 3 players here going through the smokes. They will get traded, but Boomic's grenade does damage. And Magix is trapped by his teammate. Idis Balance didn't leave, and that gets Magix killed. He was trying to jump away. He was on 4 health, and Idis Balance has just sent his teammate to the morgue.
That is an absolute nightmare, isn't it? Like, so much blocking, so many flashes, smokes. It was a real mess, a real disaster. And NaVi gonna be licking their lips at the prospect of a 4th round and a reset for Spirit. They do at least have the bomb. It didn't spill out on long, which would have pretty much been the final nail in the coffin. At least a 2v4 is somewhat salvageable, but it's gonna be without any smokes. Only the one flashbang. And Chopper and Idis Balance gonna be thinking about pushing through middle, but Simple has an idea that this could be coming up. He's watching both catwalk and mid simultaneously from the car position with the AWP. And it's gonna be hard to see how Team Spirit feasibly get anything done. He may get wide swung from Chopper, but now he spots him, and of course Simple will not miss that chance, leaving Idis Balance all alone against the world.
It's times like these you want to save, but well, will NaVi let you? I think is the big question here. Idis Balance coming in from lower. 30 seconds, and no one getting aggressive. NaVi don't hunt well, haven't hunted in this game. They have just been passive in these times where there are a couple of players alive and they don't seem to be doing all too much. So Idis Balance looking for a B pick. If he gets it, he might commit, but Flamey's also holding with an AWP from the barrel. So safe decision for Idis Balance not to go into that angle. He's being flanked as well. Boomich is coming through catwalk, and while they're not clearing lower, there are players nearby. So, oh dear, here comes Perfecto. Now, Scoped AWP should win this fight every time. So it's probably not an issue, and Idis Balance gets out with his gun and his life. It's, of course, a saved weapon into an eco, though, so things are getting better for NaVi and not for Spirit.
Yeah, things slightly starting to turn back around for NaVi. Still certainly a couple steps behind, but they did discuss this on the desk, that Spirit's T side is typically stronger than their CT side, so I'm not sure if it's a case of burning through their better half, and if they can't get a vast lead, if they're going to struggle and slip and slide. But NaVi now up against the AWP, safe from Idis Balance, and he's going to punish Simple for that wide swing. Best possible start on the side of Spirit. And NaVi, they're going to be a bit anxious now and apprehensive as to how this round may come down.
Yeah, they also don't know what Spirit are bringing in, right? It may be 4 or 3 Glocks and a Deagle, but they don't know that. For all NaVi knows, Spirit could have forced here. The information has been lacking. Simple, he didn't see anything. He just got killed by an AWP. So as Spirit group towards A, this is a very winnable round, even with the lack of weaponry. As long as you can get guns in your teammates' hands for that post plant. Even if you don't, the Deagle needs to stay alive for me. I'd love to see that at the back of the pack. They're just going to run around the corner. They're going to chase Electronic on the site. How many can he get? Bomb drop, player in spawn, getting closer. Electronic stalling it with a smoke. I like the play, but it will give away the plant to Spirit.
It does give them away the plant, but they want the round. They're okay sacrificing a little bit of money as long as they can get their hands on a 5th. Flamey now going to be nading and smoking, allowing him safe passage, at least partially through on towards the site, and now Perfecto with the AK, stinging onto some Die Young. AWP shot from Flamey, leaving Idis Balance. It is the safe weapon, and he has to wide swing this if he wants to try and stop it. Ooh. Good first pick. The bomb's planted for him as well. You know, this is doable. This is very doable. The only last player left is Perfecto, and he's just watched the rest of his team get dismantled around him. Iris Balance is on for the ace as well, by the way. He misses the shot, but there's not enough time. He's won the round.
Oh my. I thought that was done, Vince. I was about to say, well played from Spirit. They did the best with what they had, man. They got a plan. They made it close, but they don't just make it close. They take the eco, 3 Glocks, unarmored Glocks, and it's Iris Balance to just send them in and deal with all the opponents. NaVi played that round as well as you can, but I don't know. Iris Balance, what a tank. We said we needed him to show up in this second map if Spirit wanted any chance. Well, he is 12-4 right now. He is top of the server and making Spirit win eco round. So NaVi, they are not going to be happy. Perfecto didn't buy a gun. Vince, Perfecto bought armor. He has 3.7. He didn't buy a gun. Oh, he just gets there in time. He had a couple of seconds left to buy. Oh, this game is a mess right now.
Oh, it is. And, you know, if NaVi were on the receiving end of a B rush there, Perfecto was completely out of position. That would have nearly been a free sight. Now, of course, there's no way of Spirit to know this, but if that just happened to be the round that they just went for the all-out good old CIS rush B, that could have been curtains for NaVi. And NaVi, very low utility. Their chance, golden opportunity to get back into this half was squandered. Iris Balance having a huge round, now looking for more. That flick onto Boomich is delightful. And Magix has got one. The aggression from Electronic with the MP9. Are you kidding me? He's pushed the Molotov and through the fire and the flames. NaVi have the player advantage.
No way. Just when you think this game can't go any more crazier than it already has been. Young's in B. Perfecto knows he's letting him take the site, but he's playing a gamble here. He's got his teammates covering his back, luckily. There's the jump up for Young. Simple waiting. He's seen the jiggle. He's seen the peek. He won't fire until he's got a clear shot, but that shot will never appear. Young takes the bomb and goes for the plant. Molly on the door. He's not going to go for it. He's waiting. He's being patient, letting his teammate wrap the lower tunnels. Is he going to flank mid? Perfecto's pushed through the molly. I love the heroic play. He does what Electronic got away with earlier. And now with the bomb dropped and wrapping back through the tunnels, it's mere 10 seconds, no time, no chance. And the orb is going to get saved by Simple. I love that from NaVi. Not only the push through the Molotov for Electronic, but Perfecto throwing his life into the B bomb site, taking the bomb down. I mean, if he dies there, it just puts NaVi in a 2-on-2, and they can still win that round anyway. So it's definitely worth the risk.
Oh yeah, and it delays the bomb plant, so it puts the other two players in really good post-plant positions, or potentially to push in afterwards. Really well played from Perfecto, and no time and no money. Now, Spirit, they have to force in. This is another great chance. Here they come through a long flashbang tossed in, but the hold is more than good enough. Flamey and Boomich repel them with ease. And Iris Balance and some die young. Now I've got to try and make this Deagle and Scout work.
Yeah, it's not quite a Glock and an AWP, but maybe it can do. No, take that back immediately. Simple. In middle, removing the Scout. And some die young. He's up catwalk, but I don't think Electronic is going to give him a plant anytime soon. Playing very passive indeed. Electronic no longer in a position where those windows can block his head. They have been moved up just that little bit. And, well, he will fire back. Sundar Young, not going to get finished off, but he is just delaying the inevitable. Boomich on the wrap round. That's a good kill, but it's not going to have any consequence, I say, with labored breath or bated breath, because Boomich took a second on that spray, but he does get the kill. He's 14-8. He's looking good, and NaVi are getting better and better in this game. They're still down by 1 round, but with this full eco from Spirit, that's going to let NaVi equal things up.
Oh yes, things should start to fall into place for NaVi. Full blocks on 1 flashbang, and it's looking like it's going to be a B hit. And flash over and then charge behind it, but that smoke is going to make things a little bit more scary. Perfecto in prime position to pad them stats nicely. There's the flashes, the spray. Perfecto only gets 1, actually. And Simple with the ult, not tailor-made, but whips out his Deagle, and he's taking off heads left and right. Takes a couple of dinks. He's down to 19 HP. Now he can just stall for his teammates to arrive. Well done, Simple.
That's so good, man. At least Perfecto had a gun, right? He mops up a lot of damage. He slows them down. It's so funny as well because we've seen NaVi play that same position twice, close towards the tunnels, and Spirit both times have popped that flash for that exact position, not getting dodged. And, well, you can't see it when it's through a smoke, of course. And both, Perfecto's shooting in the middle of the smoke. Both walls are filled with T. Spirit are pushing the left and right side. And so he's just shooting into the void. Luckily, Simple's there with his Deagle, and he has been a lot more mobile in some of these rounds for NaVi. I think that's had great success. This time he's solo long. I like the switch up. He definitely can't push here, which is a bit of a shame, but if this ends A, he will be able to retake from that position as well. So jump up towards Cat here for Spirit. Bomb getting left around, and we've seen them do this before where they fake a Cat play and go back towards B, so do be wary of that. Perfecto, he's wary of the B tunnels, but somebody else is hiding behind the pillar, and he's going to get the drop on him. Flamey doesn't want to give anything more away, will just fall back into B. Does that tempt Spirit into B, though? Because they're up Catwalk, but NaVi been running double B setups every single round, and so that's just been half.
Maybe anticipating an over-rotation from middle. Or Spirit just have a read. They feel more confident when it comes to the A hits. Most of their rounds have been off the back of A hits. We've had a couple skatey ones over on B. Boomich up close on the double doors. Can actually hear for information for his teammates. They decide to wrap back round again, which they're going to do. And so much damage to Magix and Mia, but no kills. And even trade in middle. It's a 2v3, but now Flamey is stuck and he's isolated and he's all alone. The lone wolf is hungry. But Flamey is going to have to try and fend for himself. 25 seconds to go. He's not going to be able to deny the bomb plant. And it's unlikely he's going to be able to clutch this. But Hugo, it's the last round of the half. He's going for it.
Yeah, he's got to. Boomich and Midman, I think he wanted to get ahead of that Cat play and flank fast. But yeah, they just popped down into his face. He wasn't ready for them to wrap back. And that's going to be Spirit taking the advantage, taking the lead into the second half. Well earned, without a doubt, on their T side. But now NaVi move over to the same commanding lead. We'll see what they can do now that they direct the pace. I mean, this is a great game so far. Thank God Spirit have stepped up to the mark and looked like the team that we wanted. It's kind of crazy when you look at like Magix on 6 kills. He's been such a good talking point for this team in Clutch Island. Chopper's pretty quiet, but he's buying the utility. He's buying the kit here. NaVi looking like they want a bit of a B play. Electronic throwing util from outside long though, so we'll see.
Yeah, this flash is designated to completely shut down any long pushes, but they're going to find out firsthand no one's here. It's vacant. They have left the premises. They want no part in this. They want B. They want to make B their home. And the T's now pushing through. Some die young, and Mia going to have to try and hold the line against all the T's rushing their way. And so far, so good. Flamey with the Glock, though, does counteract with 1 and make that 2. If he can get a triple, that's going to just be the round slipping away from Spirit. It's going to be Electronic that actually comes in for the next one, and he is currently on ace. The remaining 2 CTs feel compelled to go aggressive, but that's into the embrace arms of the CTs, and now iDisbalance is all alone. USP in hand. Flamey, Electronic, and Simple to fend up against. He's taking so much damage. Comes out with a headshot onto Simple, but traded, and we're all even. 8-8.
Oh, the opening kills for Sumdai Young, and still NaVi win the round. That is such a shame for Spirit. I love the pistol idea, though, for NaVi. They throw the CT smoke from outside long. They pop Boomich into middle. He gets, unfortunately, flashed behind the boxes and peeked by Spirit, but it's all drawing them out of the B site to give NaVi room inside of B, and that's exactly what works for them. That's exactly what gets them the round. Simple, he's scouting mid. This is not a guy I would want to face. He's already hit 2 very slight tags, not that much damage, but the third will be wonderful, and Boomich cleans it up from lower as well. No chance to escape. The tag slows Mid down, and with the AKs now, NaVi want to fight on long. They won't commit. There are scouts on the CT side. Chopper's pushed top mid, and they have no idea. Simple could catch us off, though. Oh, dear, the bomb's been dropped. Perfecto's got a trade, and Chopper's going back for more. He won't get it. The bomb gets re-grabbed by NaVi, and they can take it back towards that A site, but whew, that was scary.
Great effort from Chopper. They have got B, yeah. They got Boomich came in, but you now think, Hugo, they got B. What happens if Chopper wins that second fight? That's the bomb down. They can then pivot through middle. That could have been a nightmare for NaVi.
And it still can be, because with a man in lower, Sumdai Young is holding on to the tunnels. He smoked NaVi off in T-spawn. Now, the issue is Boomich knows he's here, but it's not like he can do anything. He's so pushed towards that mid-rotation. Sumdai Young also doesn't know it's 4 players or 3 players in the bomb in T-spawn, so he's walked away. But he's not going to find anything elsewhere unless he backs up into the B bomb site. Boomich has gone to clear tunnels to help NaVi out, but now they've realized it's all empty. They're going to commit towards B, but there's no one in. Sumdai Young's close, but he's smoked off.
Oh, he's been wrecked through the smoke as well, down to 22. And that wreckage is going to force the reprieve on Spirit as they relocate and retreat. NaVi going to be taking the lead. I disbalance Magics, and Sunday Young should be able to hold on to their weaponry, so at least that's a little bonus to play with, but they will go behind now for the first time in this map, Hugo, actually. They've always been in the lead, and now NaVi pouncing.
That is crazy. And yeah, they have another eco as well, sadly. Magix is going to grab a scout from top mid, but another, not full eco round, right? Because they've got a decent save in this one. Sunday Young takes an SMG with armor. So it's actually, it's going to be good for Spirit. They're going to be fine. You can see these three players all have Deagles as well. So what that does mean is Chopper and Mir don't even need to buy. They can get given over secondary. So yeah, Spirit should definitely do that. I hope they're on top of it, and they will indeed. So upgrades coming through, but it's still an anti-eco for NaVi. It's still 10 rounds written all over it here with more Mac 10s. Simple going to repurchase his scout. Spirit, if they can cause a ruckus here, if they can get damage and take some guns away, that'd be nice. Already tagging Simple in spawn is Iris Balance. These two scouts already starting to pay off here for Spirit.
Yeah, Simple backed himself as he so often does. Did miss his shot in the middle, misses a second one. Ooh. How did that shot miss? That looked on to me at least, but not a single point of health lost in Spirit.
I think he just counter-strafed at the last second.
Oh, okay, I see.
It like hit the wall right in front of him. So yeah, the inaccuracy coming through. Sometimes bullets, they don't go to the center of your crosshair, as sad as that can be, and it's only the slightest of movements that can cause that. NaVi, they are going into a full stack. 4 players here, 2 on the cat. Boomich going to deal with that. Electronic has got the entry, and Mir's been turned around. Boomich traded after 1, but that's still drawing Mir up to grab a Mac 10. That's not going to provide a whole lot of value as NaVi try and trade their way to the site.
Oh, I was going to say there's a gap in the smoke, but the Molotov makes that position too hot to handle, and Magix is going to cook. And with his death, the site will follow, and likely the round will follow after that. I thought when Mia connected that 1D onto Catwalk, there was a way back in. There was maybe just that little glimmer of hope, that glint in their eyes, but their eyes have now been closed. And NaVi looking good to hit a 10th round. Simple, Glock and Scout actually can hear footsteps to his right-hand side, so that call's going to come to the rest of his teammates.
Oh, he gets repeat as well. Good comm from Sunday Young to tell Mir that Simple was holding him with a Scout. No trades, though, or no follow-ups, rather. There is a trade. It's Flamey finding Sunday Young, and now they know that Mir is spawn side, but yeah, he's not exactly saving a whole lot here, Vince. Deagle, Mac 10. Not really going to be writing home about that one. It is, regardless, double digits for NaVi, the first to find in this map. And here's the buy for Spirit.
Yeah, I'd be amazed if they held on to that Mac 10, to be honest. I feel like they're going to upgrade to the M4. Indeed, they do, because they know full weapons will be coming up against them with full head armor behind it. And now, although Simple did buy down to $100, he has had an AWP dropped across to him. So 2 AWPs face 1. Simple, going to be peeking middle straight away. A little bit late to it, though, because he had to pick the AWP up. So he's not going to get any early pick through the doors, which is good news for Spirit. Oh, aggression. Electronic's gone straight out into middle. There's no flashes preceding it. Oh, that's madness. Oh, no, Mia. That should have been a kill. That could be the round.
Yeah, B's lost. The bomb is late because Simple was watching mid for the info, but it doesn't matter. Spirit haven't reacted fast enough. They haven't stopped this. They weren't to know. And so Simple, he passes that bomb off down the production line. Perfecto's going to go and put it in the site, and Simple has got lower locked in. So NaVi, it's not done yet. It's not a guaranteed round by any means, but they are hugely favored, especially with Simple here as well. He's going to catch players coming in towards B. Oh, Magic's not looking at the right place. Simple going to get the kill, and that 100% forces Spirit back. They want nothing to do with this. A save with 2, and there's nothing worse than that as well. When you're already on the ropes, when you're already considering saving when you're in a 3-on-3 and you lose another player, I mean, that's the difference between a full buy in the next round and nothing. And Simple, he wants them to have exactly that. Nothing. Just the AWP left right is balanced. He's trapped on car. He does get a kill, but that's just ringing the alarm bell. Simple will answer the call and go back towards the doors.
Iris Balance has the perfect angle, though, and will hold the line, hold his weapon, and keep the AWP ticking through into the next round. But behind that, it's looking a bit scarce. They could force, but this would put them in such a difficult position. And they have already won as well, of course, Hugo. Remember, on the T side, they picked up a round in very similar fashion to this. It was an AWP, it was Deagles, it was a couple of utility. That's basically it. They made that work.
Yeah, I mean, for sure, in CIS games, you can't count them out of a round. I mean, that's a safe assumption. But, you know, it's kind of crazy because this is the first time I've seen Spirit tested in these CIS battles. Of course, it is versus NaVi, #2 in the world, right? Like, you know, for good reason. But, yeah, I mean, Spirit have been really, really good across all of their opponents so far, even the likes of like VP as well, taking multiple series over them. So this is the next level, and maybe they're not up for the task. But Magic's, oh, he is 2 in 1 bullet. He finds both up on the catwalk.
A collapsed eagle shot. Are you serious, man? That round could be over off the back of that. And Almir comes in with his Deeg. NaVi in shambles. Spirit loving this passage of play. And now it's up to Flamey to try and fend off the aggressors up middle. Needs to be careful. There is an AWP there. Simple sees the head and he rips it off of Magic's. They're not done just yet. Molly down onto CT side. Gonna try and keep the CTs in position, but Mia gets a slow peeking Flamey. And Simple's already picked up a 1v3 today up against Spirit. Can he do the same again? This would be such an integral moment in this best of 3. He's going to be planting the bomb safely in the smoke. No one's shooting to give away their positions. And now Simple going to snake his way back out of there. Chopper shoulder peeking, trying to draw some fire for the rest of his teammates to get up close and personal. Sundai Young will be the first player in and potentially the player to round this one off. And indeed he shall. Point blank range, he pulls the trigger, and Spirit get a knife. But that 2-for-1 shot on catwalk was so huge.
I can't think of a time I've ever seen a 2-for-1 with a Deagle headshot in this in a pro match, in a game of this stature, a grand final here for the RMR points, and oh, that's just criminal, Vince. Magic's, he's only on 8 kills, 2 of them though found in the last round, and that might be the kick up the butt that Spirit needed to get them back in this game. Double orb saved as well, so that's a huge value here for Spirit. NaVi are broke, at least they will be after this one. Nothing left to play with. Boomich on a pistol. Simple does have his AWP, but boy, is there a round needed to come out from him, or really anyone from NaVi, because getting economically broken here, giving Spirit 10 and being on eco, oof, that's not what NaVi want. I mean, Spirit already have a good bit of bank left up off of winning that eco. The value of that is huge, of course, as we know. So, Vince, you did call it. I will say that much. But here we are. Here's the world we're in. Round number 21, and NaVi looking for cat control.
This is a very sketchy, scary, tumultuous round for NaVi. They have to try and detox after that last round, but at the same time focus on what's in the here and now. And they do have plenty of nades to play behind it, at the very least. Flamey lining one up towards A site. Meanwhile, the rest of NaVi perched on catwalk. It's going to be one-dimensional, though. And once these nades start to wear thin, Spirit going to have their attention firmly towards Cat, and there's already nades dropped down. Speaking of dropping down, electronics came out right already. A good flashbang put into play. There's one counteractive flash, and now Magic's can maybe open up his account with the M4. He does just that, but Electronic has somehow snuck his way in towards the car, and it's going to be a post plan. This is such a chaotic round.
Yeah, it is still winnable for Spirit, but that kill has just really caused problems. Chopper jumped on by Perfecto up on the catwalk, and, well, it goes from a 4-on-4 to a 2-on-4 in a second, and that second will be enough for Spirit to realize it's out, it's lost, it's done, they're going to run. Simple chasing with the AWP is not a good play here because NaVi don't have the money to repurchase that weapon, and Mir's going to get away with his by the looks of things, so yeah, good. Electronic will find one, he saves it. It's not the end of the world here for NaVi, but economy is something they definitely need to stay on top of here. Obviously, Simple's keen to hunt, but yeah, NaVi, they don't want to lose this game due to the money in the last couple of rounds, right? So 3 stay alive. NaVi respect the save of Spirit, and they go for one themselves. 12-9, though, what could be the final few rounds of this tournament here in front of us if NaVi can make this happen.
Really on a razor's edge here, Hugo. To see that Spirit certainly showing signs of life, but it has been cut grimly short. Chopper, incendiary, tossed into long doors, going to do a bit of damage to Simple, who does tag and wing Magic's. 25 HP remaining, looking to dissolve these CT systematically, and it's a good hit and run. They can back away.
Yeah, they sneak through the spawn as well, looking down at the ground to deny mid-info. Spirit don't care. They didn't get anything, but they're still going to rotate Mir into the back of the B-bomb site. That's another AWP here as well. So Sundai Young has a buddy in Mia, and NaVi, they're going to try and commit, but with 5 players against the AWP, unless Simple goes for the first fight and takes that kill against Mir, this is going to be potentially a bloodbath in favor of Spirit. That AWP is in such a good position. There's the cross. Oh, they've done damage. He's missed his shot. He's missed a second as well. NaVi are getting so much ground in this bomb site. Mir finally fires off, but he will burn out with a molly. Sundai Young only good for 1. Perfecto and Electronic deeper than he thought, and now the bomb plant can come through.
Yeah, missing those shots allowed them quicker passage to throw those flashes and mollies to the back side box, and now it forces Chopper behind the double doors, behind the smoke. They can look to try and annul the partnership that NaVi have put onto the site and break down this marriage. But right now, NaVi looking good. Boomich watching up on the windows. They have Simple perched in the tunnels. He can quickly wrap around with the AWP if he's called upon to bolster up his defenders.
Oh.
And Spirit, they decide against it. They have kits, they have an incendiary, but they don't feel like going for this 3v3. They're going to back out and save.
They just got re-smoked. Boomich threw one down. He found one on the ground off of Sundai Young, who didn't get it out in time. And him having died with a smoke in his hand leaves it on the floor. Boomich throws in another smoke right as Spirit set up for the retake. And they go, well, we can't come through the door now. It's being watched. It's covered. The window is such a tight choke point. This is not a round we can win. The time was too low, and they didn't want to gamble it. I honestly respect the call for Spirit, but it is all off the back of that one smoke from Boomich or from Sundai Young, depending how you look at it. So, oof, that's so unlucky. NaVi, 13-9, 3 more to find, and their money is building too. That is not a good sign for Spirit.
It's not. Their backs are certainly against the wall. This half has been 6-1 in favor of NaVi, but they've conceded the first player. Boomich opts down middle. More like it. Spirit haven't had the first pick many times on their CT side, so can they convert finally?
About time to do so. This double AWP that got denied at the back of the B bomb site last time on Mir again. He's sitting in the same spot towards the barrels, so if NaVi do want to end B, which they are leaning towards early, Mia could hopefully get a little bit more done than last time, right? A couple of missed shots on the opening push really gave NaVi a lot of room inside of B, and now they're going to go elsewhere. They don't want anything to do with Mia and his pesky AWP, so they will try up on the A site against Idis Balance & Co. Chopper, he's spawn side, does have a good bit of damaging utility to throw towards Catwalk. NaVi being loud about their take with flashbangs, so the knowledge is there. Spirit should be ready for this one, and in a 5-on-4, they just have to trade their way to a win.
They haven't fully invested all of their grenades, though. Just the one smoke draws out the incendiary, and now they can look to try and push behind that. Second incendiary tossed in. Here's a HE as well. Last time Electronic dropped into CT. They're going to be looking for that again here, Spirit. And meanwhile, Perfecto entering out on long. There's one, keeping Idis Balance interested.
Oh,
he knows the rest of the team is pushing through, and Perfecto lighting up the round with 3 brisk entries, and that will be the round to follow, surely.
Yeah, dude, this guy has been lights out in this grand final, and what a performance from Perfecto. He was storming through Mirage, and right now in Dust, he is a must. 14 rounds for NaVi, 4 kills in this one for Perfecto. He's not going to get the ace. It's Mir checking down T-Spawn. It's a rough way to lose it, but it's a 1 round for NaVi. They don't care. I love that bait shot from Perfecto as well. When he's on the long corner with Idis Balance close, that with the AWP close, it's so hard to hit that shot. If Idis Balance fires off of a jiggle, he dies. And so he has to hold the shot for long enough that Perfecto swings. And by the time Perfecto swings, well, Idis Balance, I guess he's not convinced. He doesn't react in time, and Perfecto gets the kill and follows up into A as well. NaVi didn't even have to worry about that cat take. They were getting hassled, abused with utility. And Spirit so focused on cat that they never went to deal with long. They just let NaVi out and take A. 14-9. This T side has been excellent. I was waiting for it. And NaVi, like you said, they've only dropped 1 round in this entire half. Is anything going to stop them?
And even that 1 round, they had to defuse. They even got the bomb plant in that as well. And I feel bad for Idis Balance because, as you said, right, like, that jiggle peak was huge, but he also, in the back of his head, was terrified about players pushing from Catwalk. Yeah. He knows he's in a position that has an expiry date on it. Like, even if he gets that kill, he probably still gets fragged. So, beautiful play from NaVi. And Spirit now 2 rounds shy of conceding this game. 2,000 RMR points to the winner. $15,000 additionally, so plenty to play for and on the line for both these teams, with a road to the major paved in front of them. Spirit yet to hit double digits. Idis Balance taking some burn, actually 32 health in total. That's going to hurt him. He has to back away.
Upper dark push here for Spirit. Look at the aggression. The AWP has been caught. The rifle has to swing, and it's only good for one. Mir's still hanging around. That's a big risk, because if he dies, this B split will happen. Boomage dinked, and the molly finishes it off, but he gets a kill before he perishes. Down to a 3-on-3. Na'Vi, they pull the brakes. They don't want to commit, and rightly so. With the smoke down, they will go elsewhere. Electronic, given the AWP, he is low, but this is not traditional. I like it, though, from Na'Vi. Let's see what Simple can accomplish with a rifle here. And Vince, you talk about, the money, you talk about the RMR points, but also the pride. Spirit won the first RMR CIS event. They want to win back-to-back. They want to be the 2-time champions. But right now, Na'Vi doing everything in their power to deny it. Here's the B play, the AWP at the back of the site. A missed flash could be costly. Simple going above the molly. It's going to burn out Mir, and that's the site. That might just be the round. The only thing left for Spirit is this fast flank.
It's a fast flank in 6 seconds to go, so Simple and co taking their sweet time, but they're going to be able to get that bomb planted down, and Magix vaporizes Flamey, but Electronic is there to shut him out, and Idis Balance can do little but save. And look at Spirit's economy. Other than Mia and maybe Chopper, Magix and Sundai Young going to be struggling. This is rough again, and they're going to be playing for their tournament lives. We're going to have 6 championship points for Na'Vi.
Nothing to suggest that they're not going to be able to close it out as soon as possible, especially with Spirit broke here, right? They've been riding off of loss bonus and fumes all CT side long, and, well, the fumes are starting to run out. Luckily, the money is not. But, yeah, this is it's not the best situation to be in. Mir's going to have to drop guns unless he buys the AWP, in which case he's leaving Magix and Sundai Young to fend for themselves. And actually, he has just enough to buy, a Kevlar AWP with no utility after dropping a rifle. So it is a full buy for Spirit. That's the least of their worries, though, at this point. Like you say, 6 rounds in a row to close this, or to open up overtime, not even to close this map. And remember, this is only the second of the series. This is Spirit's pick, and Na'Vi are taking it dominantly.
Incendiaries and flashes tossed out on long. Perfecto's still alive. Had so many big entries, and now it's up to Flamey to get one, but Chopper and Magix instantly retort before Flamey pillages another kill of Magix. But another teammate goes down, so Spirit doing a good job of keeping themselves in the lead in terms of manpower. And although the economy did supply a buy in this round, if Spirit win the round but only take sort of 1, maybe 2 players out, they're still going to be struggling here, whereas Na'Vi can buy in the next round no problems.
Yeah, I mean, even if Na'Vi getting like 3 or 4 kills, that's just going to be a problem even for Spirit eventually. It will like catch up for them. So Spirit can win like 4 rounds in a row, but they can still have like awful buys in round number 30 if Na'Vi make it costly. Right now, though, they are still considering closing this series and this tournament in a 2-on-3. Idis Balance traded on long. Flamey considered re-peaking, but he wasn't close enough to the angle, so he doesn't. Both of these AWPs are on A right now, so that could be a bit of a danger. Sundai Young solo B, but he's on the car and a nice little position that should at least guarantee him a kill. And if it does, then they set his teammates up for the win. These flashes though for Na'Vi clearing dark has given away their position, and now this AWP has come to join them. Idis Balance posted. That smoke lets Na'Vi cross out of the tunnels. Oh dear, Idis Balance has grenades in his hand. There's the entry. Flamey with 1. He can double down, but that smoke is cutting Idis Balance out. Mir's on the flank. 20 seconds. He just needs to drop the bomb, and he's done that as well. Can fall back. It's Simple for the clutch for the tournament in the 1-on-2. He's found the first. Mir in the smoke. 10 seconds, and Simple, he's going to do it on his own every single time. This guy will not stop. And Na'Vi, they are your WePlay Clutch Island champions.